Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking and for watching the video. Welcome to the free game collection, and this week there is so much cool stuff down here. I'm going to go through some amazing stuff we've picked up this week, so I need to crack. I've got hardware, software, games, the whole lot. Plus there's a pickup here which is probably one of the best car boot finds of the year, full stop, and it was amazing. And then I got home and I started to look at the footage that I saved on the GoPro to make sure it was saved and safe. I looked back at it and I saw something in the footage which suddenly took the best pickup to one of the biggest misses of the year. So we'll save that till towards the end. Of course we will. So let's crack on because there's so much stuff. I can't even pick all of it up. Right, let's do some of this. So starting off, £1.50 for a headset. It's the Recon 70XY. Everyone knows about this now. It's not really a thing. Headsets, there's some great value in them. This works absolutely fine. £1.50. That was the first thing I picked up as soon as I got there. Absolutely fantastic. That's going to turn into some nice vouchers, some nice cashback, whatever we needed to do. Keep it out for headsets. This one, let's do some more. In fact, let's do all the hardware, then we'll do the games. I haven't got too many games. £1.50 for a wired PS2 controller. Works absolutely fine. You're getting some good return on PS2 controllers at the moment. Really good return on them. You get nearly £10 for them. So again, keep an eye out, because PS2 controllers are one of those controllers people sort of tend to overlook because they don't think they're worth too much. But £1.50, absolutely spot on. Let's do a console, because I've got 3 consoles down here. So first one, £10 for this one, is a PS3. It works fantastic. It's in cracking condition. It's the slim one. Not only that, it didn't have a HDMI or a power lead, but that's no problem because the spares and repairs bag has got plenty of those, got them in abundance. That wasn't an issue. But it also came with 2 PS3 controllers. Both work absolutely fine. So 2 controllers and a working PS3 Slim for £10. That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm definitely going to move one of the controllers on, and I'm debating selling this as a console on its own, or whether to keep hold of it. I don't really know, because I don't have too many PS3 consoles, I'm realising, but this is in absolutely beautiful condition. For £10, I thought there must be something wrong with it, but I thought I'll be okay with the 2 controllers as long as they work. Everything worked out. So £10 for a PS3 and 2 controllers. That's absolutely spot on. I've got so much stuff, I'm going to have to put them on the floor. Let's do something. This is a little different. You don't see this every day. So this was £1. The guy sold this to me really weird. So he basically said, what about this? You don't see this every day. CX don't want it. Nobody wants it. I can't find out anything about it. What do you think? And I goes, well, how much? He goes, £1. I was like, okay, for £1, I'll get it. It's a mouse for a PS1. I've never seen one of these before. Now, CX do take them, but they only take the official one. This is a Blaze one. They don't take this. There's not too many games that the mouse actually works for on PS1. There's not many games that are adaptable for it. So I'm probably going to be keeping hold of this just because you don't see this every day. And it was £1. So absolutely spot on. Like I say, the guy didn't sell it very well, but yeah, for £1, I weren't going to say no, was I? So £1 for a PS1 mouse. Fantastic. Never ever come across a PS1 mouse. The same guy, okay, £1.50. I bought 2 memory cards off him. The other one's fell down. It's just over there on the floor, but it's a plain grey, unofficial memory card. But then also this one, Toka World Touring Cars. PS1 memory card. I've never seen one of these before. Again, I've said PS1 memory cards, the official ones CEX tend to give you a bit more for, but they go quite well on Vinted and on Facebook and things. So yeah, I've got two pretend I'm on the other one, 2 memory cards for £1.50 and a Toka World Touring Cars one. You don't see that very often. So I think I'll be keeping that Toka World Touring Cars one and maybe moving the other one on. But yeah, don't see that very often. £1.50. Bargain. Let's do another console. Right, let's do this one. I got a Nintendo 64. Absolutely buzzing. Not only that, it came with this, another Blaze, funnily enough, different people. Blaze controller, absolutely spot on. And not only that, it came with 3 games. So the N64, it does work, but it didn't come with the power or the AV lead. It was just this on its own, these games, and the controller. I know it works because I've already got them, so I tested it, that's fine. Unfortunately, the power cable for this and the SCART lead are quite expensive. So £10 for this, but CX give you about £30 cash for it. By the time that I paid the extra bits, there wouldn't be anything extra in it. So I think I'm going to sell this on Facebook for a bit of a discount so somebody else can go and buy the cables and things for it. But an N64, it's got the little adapter thing in there as well, which is absolutely spot on. But last year was the first time I picked up a working N64, and it was about this time last year I've managed to find another one. So that's absolutely fantastic. Great condition, absolutely great condition. Came with that controller, but the reason I bought it as well, I thought I'll definitely be safe, even if it doesn't work. Because again, I didn't expect it to work. Oh, sorry, I bought it off the same guy as the PS3. Same guy, I saw this first, bought this off him for a tenner. While I was buying this, he bought the PS3 out, so I bought that off him for a tenner as well. He wanted £15 each for the two. I said, would you take a tenner for this? And then he straight away said, well, just give me a tenner for that as well. Fantastic. The reason I bought them, the games that came with it, Super Mario 64, fantastic game to have there. Works fine, works fine. Condition of the car isn't too bad. I picked this up last year. I spent voucher on it. Just the way it works, isn't it? But that one I'll be moving on. Also, South Park on the N64. This is the one that's got the absolutely terrible draw distance on it. It's a terrible game. I had it on the PS1. Never played it on the N64, but you don't get too much for it. And then there's this one, Clay Fighters 63 1/3. I don't know what the 63 1/3 is all about. I assume that's some sort of bad joke about the 64, but Clay Fighters, I knew that there was a copy of Clay Fighters that was quite expensive in America. I think it is. It's one of the more expensive games to get, but this one isn't really worth too much at all. But I've always wanted to have a little play on this one. Yeah, see it advertised quite a lot, you know, it talked about quite a lot on N64 videos. But yeah, Clay Fighters, I think I'll be adding that to my collection. I think I'll be adding it. I've played it. It's all right. It's not the best, but it's all right. It's a quirky one. So £10 for an N64 without the power cable and SCART, granted, but it works fine. The controller that goes with it, and these three games, absolutely spot on. You can't argue that at all. I mean, I think I get £9 for the Super Mario at CEX, so you're really winning there. I tell you what, let's just do quickly some games. These were £1 each. They were just sitting there. The guy had a load of Battlefront and a Battlefield and FIFA, and these were just sitting there. They seem to have been left because they was quite towards the end when I picked these up. Forza 2. And Forza 3 on the Xbox One. Not too bad, you get a couple quid for them. I don't have these in my collection. I'm tempted to keep hold of them. I'm not 100% sure just yet because I always move these on. But I don't really have any racing games whatsoever on the Xbox One. So tempted to keep hold of those, but £1 each for those, £2. Absolute bargain they are. Right, let's do, I've got one more console. So this was £5. Now, it is an Xbox 360. Why was it £5? Because when I bought it, he told me it didn't work. He told me it had the red light flashing on it, the red ring of death. So I knew it was bust as soon as I nearly walked away till I realised that what he was actually offering as well was these two Xbox 360 controllers with it for £5. So that's absolutely perfect. So I knew I weren't going to get anything for this. So, and it does have the red ring of death. I have tested. It did come with the power cable as well and a SCART. So I put those to the side. They're sitting just down there. So I'll add those to the spares and repairs. So that's not bad. We got something out of it. But that's basically going in the bin. So for £5, I got, and it comes with this cool little stand. This little cool stand. I'm not seeing this. This is recharge stand. So I'm not see if I got a cable for this to work it. But two Xbox 360 controllers for £5. Absolutely fantastic. And like I say, this little chud, they haven't been opened up. The condition's good. This one's got a slight nick on one of the analogues, but CX don't seem as strict with those anymore. They seem a little more lenient. So £5 for two Xbox 360 controllers. Absolutely fantastic. It is a shame about the Xbox 360, but like I say, he was open and honest and told me it was broken when I got there. Right, the final one. So I'll put some footage around me now and you can see. So there was a guy and I walked over and he had loads of DVDs and stuff in his boot. And they were both just standing by the boot, just standing there, hold it open. And they weren't getting anything out. And there was a guy just rummaging through it all. So I walked up and said, do you mind if I have a look? And they were like, yeah, come and have a look before we take it out of the car. So I was like, okay, fantastic. So it was just me and this guy rummaging through. I noticed that this guy had already picked up Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. So I was like, oh dear. So I started rummaging through. There were some fantastic games in there. Absolutely fantastic. I asked him how much he wanted. He said £3 to £5 a game or a DVD. He just blanket priced everything. So I'm rummaging through and I start pulling one or two out just here. Have a look in the footage. I did not realise this at the time, but I overlooked a game I've never seen. I'll give you a hand. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll let you see and spot it. Put in the comments as soon as you see it which one it is. Tell me if you knew that this game was as expensive and as rare as it is. It's a GameCube game. I had no idea. I picked it up, I looked at it, and I put it back down because I didn't think it was didn't think it was worth it. I didn't think it was worth the £3 to give it. I was too bothered about the fantastic games I've got in my hand, and I have picked up some fantastic games. But yeah, easily, when I look back at the footage, I looked at it and thought, I wonder if that is worth anything. And I Googled it and I put it on the CX app, and it's absolutely shocked. So this, I've got some fantastic games here, absolute bargain games. I paid £15 for these, but at the same transaction, I missed out on what would have been picking up the rarest game I've picked up, definitely this year and last year, for £3. I overlooked it, and somebody else picked it up while I was there, so somebody got a win, so good on. But hey ho, it doesn't matter what I didn't get, because I got some amazing £15 I paid for these 4 games. Here we go. So The Simpsons Hit and Run on GameCube. So The Simpsons Hit and Run is expensive enough on the PS2. It's even more expensive on the GameCube. I don't collect for the GameCube, but I do keep 1 or 2 of the console exclusive games. I'm on the fence as to whether to keep this one or not, because I know it is quite a rare game, but I don't think I'll ever play it. I played it on the PS2 recently. I don't think I'll be playing it on the GameCube. So I've got some decisions to make on that one. It's got a manual. Not only that, this one came with a GameCube memory card, which I didn't know until I got back home. So that's fantastic. So a little GameCube memory card and The Simpsons Hit and Run. Absolutely fantastic. So we got that one. The next one, Beautiful Joe. So this is one that I've seen a couple of times. It's not too expensive, this one, but I do think it is a GameCube exclusive. I don't know if they've re-released it on the Wii, saying that now, but I don't think they have. I haven't seen it. But the Beautiful Joe, I picked this one up for myself. Again, it's got the manual. It's got some stickers at the back as well, which is pretty cool. Fantastic condition. Absolutely, all his games were in fantastic condition. But yes, picked up Beautiful Joe. Brilliant one to be. I think I will be keeping that one. And then Eternal Darkness, Sanity Requiem. It appears to be some sort of horror game. It's 15 plus. Looking at the back, it's got some skeletons and some psychological thrillers. I've seen this advertised before as a game to pick up for the GameCube, as one of those hidden gem games. Again, got the manual. Disc is in fantastic condition. CX sell this for a good £20+. So Eternal Darkness, again, I think I'm going to have to keep hold of this one. I think it's a GameCube exclusive. I need to do a double check, but Eternal Darkness, absolutely fantastic. Keeping all of that. But the best game, the best individual game that I've picked up this year definitely is Obscure 2. So this is a game that I wanted to spend a lot of voucher on at the end of last year. It's very expensive on the PlayStation 2. It's at stock, well, it is at the time when we were recording this. In CEX, it's over £80. So I got Obscure on the Xbox OG, and I got Obscure 2 on the Wii because it's a lot cheaper, because I weren't prepared to pay this much for Obscure 2. But I managed to find out, I pulled this out and I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, that's absolutely fantastic. And to be honest, I think I was blinded by the fact that I picked this up, but I am so chuffed with this. To get all these games for 15 quid and to have Obscure 2 included in there, I am definitely keeping. And again, look at that. Absolute minty fresh. This is a proper PS2 rarity. Found it out and about in the wild, picked it up. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so chuffed to have that in the collection. Now that's not leaving my side. That's going to be. Now I've got the problem. Do I go and buy Obscure 1 on the PS2? I think I might have to at some point in time. But £15 for those 4 games. Granted, there's a game in there. I don't know if you've seen it or figured it out yet, which I missed, which it's going to haunt me for a little while. But hey, you live and you learn. But what a pickup for 15 quid. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, this week, all of this. So I've got to go do my thing. I've got to get it free and figure out what I'm going to keep, because there's a lot of this I want to keep hold of. So I'm going to figure out what it is I'm going to do. So I'm going to pop to CX and I'll be back in a minute. And I am back from CX. It's gone very well. Let's start by doing what we do. Let's take away what everything you just saw cost us, £47.50. Let's take £47.50. Not too much at all, considering everything we got. How do we get that money back? How do we make it free? Well, I didn't put anything on Vinted, because I only put stuff on Vinted which I consider to be like mint. There was nothing quite mint enough for me to put on there this week. However, I did put the N64 on Facebook, put over 20 quid. Nobody wanted it. Loads of people came offering me 15 and £10 for it. So there you go. Took £15 for it anyway. So I've got £15 on Facebook for the N64 and just the controller. So I did that before I went to CX. When I was in CX, I knew what I needed. So I got £10 for the Turtle Beach headset, £13 for one of the PS3 controllers, Mario 64, £9, and an official memory card for £2. It wasn't an official one, but hey ho, they all do the same thing, so that's that. £34 CX gave us for those, good return, plus the 15. £49 back. So stick £49 up there. So we got the £47.50 back. We made £1.50. Everything's free. Fantastic. Voucher. I haven't got any voucher this week. I think it's the first time this year I've walked away with no voucher at the end of the week, but we've got plenty of it anyway. The reason we haven't got any voucher, because I've got so much stuff I want to keep, which is absolutely fantastic. So what are we adding to the free game collection for free? So quickly go through it. So Toka Touring cards, memory card, don't have it, never seen one. You don't really see very special memory cards anymore, so keep hold of that. Just a nice one to add to my collection. Quirky again down the line, the PS1 mouse. Never seen one before. Am I going to see one again? Probably no time soon. So I'm going to keep hold of it, aren't I? So I don't even know if I've got any games that I can actually use that on, to be honest, but you never see it, so you're going to keep hold of it. Saying that, so the PS2 controller, I didn't think I was going to keep this. I thought I was going to move it on, but I had a quick check. I'm a little bit short on PS2 controllers, especially black ones, because I've got a couple black PS2s I use. I'm a little short on PS2 controllers. I didn't really notice it. I think I've gave a few away to sell consoles in the past and not noticed, so I need to keep hold of this. Oh, it's absolutely perfect, so fantastic keeping all of that. Along those lines, now I know I pick up Xbox 360 controllers all the time and we trade one in all the time, but for some reason, I love the stand. The stand works and it charges as well, so that's a win. But these two controllers are in great condition. Again, I am a little short on Xbox 360 controllers, but it's because I've got so many Xbox 360 consoles lying around this room. I like to make sure that every console's got at least one, two if preferable controllers, just so I feel like I've got a complete set. I don't know, it might just be a mental thing for me, but I'm going to keep hold of these ones for a little while. One, I might move them on later down the line, but I think that's going to look really nice sitting in the corner of the room. I don't know why, I really like that. I'm really taken by it. So couple Xbox 360 controllers, keeping those, why not? Let's do the last big thing. It's taking up a lot of space. The PS3. I've kept the PS3. Why have I kept this with one controller? And like I say, I've got loads of cables for these and the spares and repairs. So that's fantastic. Why keeping this? Well, basically, I've got this one, which is complete in box, so don't take it out. This is my backwards compatible one, so I never take that out. I've got my normal PS3, which we picked up last year that I use day to day, which is exactly the same as this one. And then I've got another PS3 that sits in with that accidental PS3 collection in the corner. But that one's a bit weird, I noticed. It's a bit temperamental. So I thought, do you know what? I'll keep hold of this just because I just need a spare. I need a spare for the spare for the spare because I can't use those. Don't ask questions, but I need another PS3 console just in case, because you never know what can happen. So PS3 controller with a controller to go with it, as I've just mentioned, absolutely fantastic. So that is brilliant. You can never have too many consoles. That's my rule. Game wise, so back to the N64. Clay Fight is 63 1/3. I don't know. I don't know much about this one. I've had a little play on it. It is quite decent. I didn't really ever think I'd have it in the collection. I do have a couple of N64 games, and they're all exclusives, and this one is exclusive, so I'm adding that one to it. And South Park, I kept it. You only got like £2 for it, a couple more in voucher, but I love South Park. I really do. It's not exclusive to the N64 because I had it on the PS1 growing up. I got really fond memories of it on the PS1, so I'll keep hold of it on the N64. It's not hurting anyone, is it? So keep those. Game-wise, Forza 2 and Forza 3. I just decided to keep them because I did realise when I had the steering wheel a couple of weeks ago, I suddenly realised I have no modern console racing it. Well, modern console, PS1 might as well. That's a conversation for later anyway. But Xbox One, modern racing games, I kept hold of them just because I don't have any. So why not? I do like Forza as well, so they can go to the collection. Brilliant. And then of course we've got the great ones. So Simpsons Hit and Run, Eternal Darkness, and Beautiful Joe. I don't collect GameCube games. However, that one, from what I can gather, is quite sought after. Really, it's not rare, but it's certainly one that is a good one to have in your collection. So I don't need to move on. So I'll keep hold of that. Maybe in the future I might. Beautiful Joe is a GameCube exclusive, so I'll keep hold of that one to go with the couple exclusives I have. And so is Eternal Darkness. I've had a little look at this since. It seems to be quite a bit of a cult following. This one seems to be a bit better than I originally thought it was in regards to how it's been received and the reputation it has. So adding that one, I'm into my horror games, as I mention all the time. So yeah, fantastic. And then of course for me the big thing for me is Obscure 2. Can't believe I'm at this. I think I may have to get Obscure 1 on the PS2 now. I think I'm going to have to. Obviously with this purchase comes the fact that we did miss out on possibly the biggest game I could have collected this year. If you didn't see the footage, because you can't zoom in or anything like that, I'll put it to the side of me now so you can see which one it was that I missed out on. But let's forget all that. Let's not dwell on that. When you get all this stuff for free, hey ho, who cares? Who cares? There's other times we'll win somewhere else down the line. Who cares? Because I've got Obscure 2. Absolutely buzzing for it. So this week, Absolutely fantastic consoles, little rarity games according to CX, all this stuff, absolutely fantastic. I had a really good time this week, really enjoyed it. So thank you very, very, very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves.